viewers, you're watching 6 Stories at 6 and I am Rakshita Mishra with you. The top story today is the big message to Pakistan by Droupadi Murmu, the President of India. And as she posed with Squadron Leader Shivangi Singh, the big message that was sent out, Pakistan must look at this image very, very carefully. Story number 2 on the show tonight is the battle that how Trump continues to clamor to in fact vie for credit for ceasefire between India and Pakistan, while on the other hand the Gaza truce is fragile. And also the battleground Bihar updates, viewers, as in Republic TV gets you the inside scoop on the infighting, and also the demand for a Muslim CM faced by OSCE. And story number 4 is how the SIR is rattling the TMC. TMC has now resorted to openly threatening the ECI, Election Commission of India. Story number 5 is the return of the rebel Naga leader Muiva. What does this really mean? We will tell you all and much more. And the last story is from Brazil, viewers. Deadly anti-drug operation has been carried out in Brazil. We will tell you all the details and get you the most compelling images from Rio de Janeiro. Let's start with the top story, viewers. President Droupadi Murmu today took a sortie in a Rafale fighter jet at the Air Force station in Haryana's Ambala. And the Rafale jets, remember, were used during Operation Sindoor, the Indian Armed Forces operations launched against terror infrastructure in response to the Pahalgam terror attack. Now, viewers, this was a message sent to Pakistan. But beyond this, there was another message. President Murmu posed today with Squadron Leader Shivangi Singh, the Rafale pilot who was part of Operation Sindoor, and Pakistan had falsely peddled the propaganda of her being captured by Pak forces. This moment that has been captured on camera is something that Pakistan and all those who support Pakistan and their lies and their propaganda must look closely. Here's the full story.
First, it was the Sukhoi 30 MKI in 2023. And today, President Droupadi Murmu takes the sky by storm. Flexing Operation Sindoor's power in the Rafale. The stage was Ambala Air Force Station, India's fortress in the skies. The same air base that unleashed fire and fury on Pakistan during Operation Sindoor. And the Rafale, the same steel bird that drove Pakistan to its knees. Alongside the Commander-in-Chief, Chief of Air Staff Air Marshal A.P. Singh leading from the front. At the Rafale cockpit was Group Captain Amit Gehani, Golden Arrow's top gun, co-piloting the President herself. Along with this, here's another powerful picture, a big slap on Pakistan's face. This is President Droupadi Murmu posing with Squadron Leader Shivangi Singh, the same pilot Pakistan had falsely claimed of capturing. From Ambala, the president blunted that narrative with this sensational photograph. This was no routine sortie. This was a declaration. India's skies are sovereign and India is ready for war. Donning the G-suit, helmet in hand, sunglasses on. India's president looked every inch the sky warrior. A photo that'll go down in history. President Murmu with the pilot and the same Rafale that rewrote India's air dominance.
Now, viewers, Donald Trump has elaborately praised Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi. At the same time, he reiterated the ceasefire claims between India and Pakistan. But at the same time, remember, the peace in Gaza that is said to be brokered by him is hanging by a thread as Israeli airstrikes unleashed hell on the Gaza Strip. President Trump, the architect of the 20-point ceasefire, hailed as his crowning foreign policy win, vowed nothing will derail it, even as he threatens to terminate the Hamas. Here's more.
Israeli strikes in Gaza killed at least 91 people overnight, marking the deadliest day since the truce deal. The latest offensive came after Israel accused Hamas of killing a soldier and staging the discovery of a deceased hostage. Immediate and powerful strikes in the Gaza Strip. Such was the instruction from the Israeli Prime Minister's office. And keeping a close eye on the developments has been US President Donald Trump, the very leader who repeated claims of mediating and ending 8 wars. Including the Israel-Hamas conflict. Within weeks of his visit to Israel, where he received a grand welcome at the Knesset for brokering the 20-point peace deal, the fragile agreement stands violated. But Trump says nothing will jeopardize the deal.
No, nothing's going to jeopardize. You have to understand, Hamas is a very small part of peace in the Middle East. And they have to behave. They're on the rough side, but they said they would be good, and if they're good, they're going to be happy, and if they're not good, they're going to be terminated. Their lives will be terminated, and they understand that.
And while tension soars in West Asia, Trump has, for the nth time, reiterated claims of ending the May 2025 India-Pakistan conflict.
Big thing. These are two nuclear nations, and they're really going at it. Prime Minister Modi is the nicest looking guy. He says, oh, and he looks like you'd like to have your father, like, he's a killer. He's tough as hell. No, we will fight. I said, whoa, this is the same man that I know. But after a little while, and they're good people.
A claim that has been unequivocally denied by India time and again. And now, almost 24 hours after the strikes, Israeli military has said that it has resumed enforcing the Gaza ceasefire agreement.
And with Bihar election just days away, a political row gaining momentum in Bihar yet again. On one hand, the tensions have reportedly erupted between Congress and the RJD, while we have the inside scoop on that, how Rahul Gandhi in fact snubbed Tejasvi Yadav for a meeting. Meanwhile, Amit Shah today and the other big star campaigners for BJP made big attacks on the opposition today. In fact, Amit Shah went on to say that there is no vacancy for the position of CM in Bihar or PM in New Delhi, reinforcing that Nitish Kumar remains NDA's face for the post of Chief Minister in Bihar. Meanwhile, the battle of appeasement is also now picking up steam, it seems, as Assaduddin Owaisi has now demanded a Muslim Chief Minister face.
The Bihar elections are 8 days away. Amidst this, the political fight is gaining momentum in Bihar. Tensions have reportedly erupted between Congress and the RJD, the two key pillars of the Mahagathbandhan. Inside scoop reveals that for 3 straight days, the RJD camped in the national capital seeking a meeting with Rahul Gandhi. But it is revealed that Rahul flatly refused to give Tejasvi an appointment. Friendly fights are inevitable within the alliance in Bihar, with at least 5 Congress versus RJD contests and 4 others between Congress and CPI. As the Mahagathbandhan hangs by threads, the NDA has shown a big move of unity. Amit Shah, while addressing a rally in Samastipur, announced that there is no vacancy in either Bihar or New Delhi. He further stated that Sonia Gandhi can only dream about Rahul becoming PM.
ये गठबंधन की दो पार्टियां, एक पार्टी लालू प्रसाद यादव जी की, लालू प्रसाद जी अपने बेटे को मुख्यमंत्री बनाना चाहते हैं, और दूसरी पार्टी कांग्रेस पार्टी सोनिया जी अपने बेटे को प्रधानमंत्री बनाना चाहती। मैं आज दोनों को कहकर जाता हूं, बिहार में ना सीएम का पद खाली है, ना दिल्ली में पीएम का पद खाली है।
Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath also hit out at the RJD and Congress over corruption. He emphasized that Bihar has zero tolerance for those indulging in anarchy and will thwart any attempt to bring back Jungle Raj.
RJD ने यहां से जो प्रत्याशी दिया है वो अपनी खानदानी आपराधिक पृष्ठभूमि के लिए इस पूरे क्षेत्र नहीं, देश और दुनिया में कुख्यात रहा है। नाम भी देखो ना, जैसा नाम वैसा काम। और बहनों और भाइयों, इसीलिए तो मैं कहता हूं, हमने यूपी के अंदर एक बात कही कि भाई देखो, अपराध और अपराधियों के प्रति जीरो टॉलरेंस।
Meanwhile, Muslim appeasement politics have also taken center stage in Bihar. AIMIM Chief Owaisi has stirred controversy by asking for a Muslim deputy chief minister for Bihar.
अगर मल्ला का बेटा उप मुख्यमंत्री बन सकता तो क्या मोहम्मद का बेटा नहीं बन सकता मुख्यमंत्री? मेरे भाई, फैसला आपको करना है। 17% है, 3% है और 14% है। 14% है तेजस्वी, और आप देते हैं टिकट उनको कितना? 14 है तो 36% टिकट दिया।
The stage is set, and now all eyes are on the Bihar polls. Nitish versus Tejasvi, only time will tell.
Now, TMC leader Abhishek Banerjee launched a fierce attack on the BJP and the EC over the announcement of special intensive revision of electoral rolls in Bengal. He alleges that the exercise was designed to exclude genuine voters ahead of the state polls. In fact, even Farhad Hakim of the TMC has openly threatened ECI, saying that we will break the legs of Election Commission. Here's the full story. After Chief Election Commissioner Gyanesh Kumar announced nationwide SIR, panic has gripped the Trinamool Congress. Abhishek Banerjee has launched a fiery attack on Election Commission for the announcement of the special intensive revision. He has hit out at BJP, alleging that the exercise was designed to exclude genuine voters from the electoral roll. He further threatened protests outside the ECI office with 1 lakh people if any voter is excluded.
আপনি এসআইআর কত ক্ষমতা আছে আপনি করুন, আর আমরাও আপনাকে চ্যালেঞ্জ করছি, একটা লোকের যদি নাম বৈধ ভোটারের বাদ যায়, বাংলার ক্ষমতা কি দিল্লিতে 2023 সালের অক্টোবর মাসে ট্রেলার দেখিয়েছিলাম। আগামী দিনে আপনাদের পুরো সিনেমাটা দেখাবো। আমি আগেও যা বলেছি, আমি আজও তাই বলছি, একটা মানুষের যদি নাম বাদ যায়, একটা বৈধ ভোটারের যদি নাম বাদ যায়, বাংলা থেকে 1 লক্ষ লোক গিয়ে ইলেকশন কমিশনের অফিস ঘেরাও করবে। ক্ষমতা থাকলে অমিত শাহ দিল্লি পুলিশ আটকে দেখাক।
Kolkata Mayor Farhad Hakim, meanwhile, has now instigated violence, saying he will break the EC's legs if genuine voters are targeted. Hakim further claimed that the BJP and ECI are in alliance to bring about the CAA in West Bengal.
जो एक भी जेन्युइन वोटर का नाम अगर कटा तो हम लोग को SRI का आप जितना भी करें उसका विरोध हम करेंगे। जेन्युइन बंगाल के एक आदमी का नाम हम काटने नहीं देंगे। दूसरा जो CIA के नाम से जो कैंप हो रहा है, ये इलेक्शन कमीशन और इनके गांठ साठ में अगर हो रहा है तो इसका खिलाफ हम लोग जाएंगे। और CIA जो कर रहा है, BJP और आपका इलेक्शन कमीशन, इसका जो गठबंधन बन रहा है, इसका CA, इसका खिलाफ हम लोग करेंगे। दरकार होने से उनका पांव तोड़ दिया जाए।
Amidst this, the BJP has hit out at the Mamata government, saying that their vote bank includes infiltrators.
SIR एक संवैधानिक दायित्व है, संवैधानिक अधिकार है इलेक्शन कमीशन का, ये सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने भी माना है। इसीलिए SIR एक्टिविटी आज से नहीं, 2014 से पहले भी 8 से 10 बार हो चुकी है। पर SIR के नाम पर वोट बैंक करने वाले दंगे भड़काने के काम पर, ये SIR के नाम पर फिर से जो दंगा भड़काऊ और भड़काने वाली जो भाईजान कमेटी है, वो फिर से कैसे काम पर आ चुकी है।
BJP MP Shukanta Majumdar has slammed Abhishek Banerjee's statement, saying that he is trying to create a situation of panic in the state.
ये अगर देखें तो इस तरीके से एक देश के साथ गद्दारी है। तृणमूल कांग्रेस के सांसद, विधायक और नेतृत्व जो बातें कर रहे हैं, ये देश के खिलाफ बातें कर रहे हैं। ऐसा इसीलिए हो रहा है कि एक भी योग्य यानी पात्र वोटर कटे ना, और एक भी बाहर से आए लोग जो भारत के नागरिक नहीं है उनका नाम ना रहे। इसी के लिए ऐसा हो रहा है। इलेक्शन कमीशन ने स्पष्ट किया है, तो इलेक्शन कमीशन ने बहुत बढ़िया सिस्टम लगाया है और एट प्रेजेंट बिहार में हो चुका है ऑलरेडी। ऐसा नहीं कि पहली बार बंगाल में हो रहा है, बिहार में एक भी कंप्लेंट नहीं है अभी तक।
As the political parties battle a war of words, all eyes are on the SIR process, which is scheduled to commence from the 4th of November. Now, a historic homecoming turned into a thunderous ultimatum as 91-year-old Naga rebel leader T. Muiva landed in Ukhrul after 60 years in exile, reigniting the explosive demand for Nagalim. Now, in a big revelation, his top commander admits fresh arms pipelines and alliances with Bangladesh and Myanmar's junta. Has the fragile peace just shattered? Our exclusive report from the heart of the insurgency.
These were the scenes when India's oldest living rebel returned home after more than half a century. 91-year-old Thuingaling Muiva is the General Secretary of the Nationalist Socialist Council of Nagalim, one of the most powerful Naga insurgent faction. It was from this same village that Muiva left in 1964, trekking through the jungles of northern Myanmar and setting up the insurgent camps with a tacit understanding with ideological camps of Maoist China.
After how many years you have seen him?
I think 30-40 years.
After 30-40 years. Where did you saw him last time?
I saw him last time at Dimapur.
At Camp Hambron.
Yeah.
After that, now you have seen him again.
This is the first time. This is the last one.
His return has reignited the Nagalim debate. A Naga flag, a separate land, and a separate constitution. That's what the demand for Nagalim is all about. The demand envisions uniting all Naga tribes under one administrative and cultural identity. Muiva's return also brings back memories of the violent past, years of conflict and bloodshed that forced the government of India to bring NSCN-IM on the negotiating table. Talks have now dragged on for more than 2 decades. Muiva's deputy Jen Atom shows no optimism.
You know, framework agreement was signed 10 years ago, and Indian government leadership is still yet to wake up. We are waiting for them to rise up from their hibernation.
If we talk about the visit of Tringalang Muiva to Manipur, how do you see it? Do you see it just as a homecoming, or is this visit political too?
Yes, being a political revolutionary, it is political as well as social.
But the most startling revelation comes from the chief of Naga army and a relative of Muiva.
We have good relation now with Meidis, with all the community, Zomi, Kukis. They do not call us enemy, but they want to make an alliance with us. Even the Myanmar junta, they want to make an alliance with us. Even the Bangladesh, they want to make an alliance with us.
This is the biggest admission made by the insurgent group. Remains to be seen as to how the government of India will respond to these ultimatums.
At least 64 people, including 4 police officers, were killed in Rio de Janeiro in what officials described as one of the most violent anti-narcotics operations in Brazil's history, as well as the deadliest in the city. Here's more.
Rio burns, Brazil bleeds. Streets turn into war zones. Drug cartels unleash total mayhem. Police under heavy fire. City held hostage. Brazil is witnessing one of its worst outbreaks of violence in years. Rio de Janeiro has turned into a conflict zone as drug cartels wage war against the government forces. In the span of just 1 hour, over 80 people, including civilians, have been killed in clashes between security forces and cartel members. The violence erupted after authorities launched Operation Containment, a massive crackdown involving 2,500 police personnel, targeting organized crime networks across Rio. Cartels that control up to 70% of city's drug trade retaliated fiercely, setting up barricades, torching buses and cars, using FPV drones and armed with explosives to attack the police units. Streets in the city's northern districts remain blocked, and residents report continuous gunfire through the night. Authorities confirm that more than 80 suspected militants have been arrested so far, though the operations are still underway. Governor Claudio Castro has accused President Lula da Silva of failing to act decisively, alleging the federal government has refused to deploy the military despite escalating casualties. The federal administration, however, maintains that the local police forces remain in control and that further action will depend on situation's evolution. As Rio burns, Brazil stands at a critical juncture, battling not just crime but a growing crisis of authority and trust.
And that's all we could pack in this edition of 6 Stories at 6. We'll be right back with the breaking developments at 6:30.
In the global employability rankings by Times,